Okay, y'all ready to
Yeah,
yeah,
for you.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Get it?
I guess because I thought, everybody know me. Everybody do know me, but I'm going to do a proper introduction. Good morning. My name is June Fuller. I am a cranial prosthetic specialist. I got certified back in 2020, January of 2020. And I found my mentor, my instructor at the Barner Brothers, on the Barner Brothers website. And the reason that I decided to go into cranial prosthetics is because I'm a 9-year cancer survivor. So during my process of cancer, I actually was able to learn how to bill insurance, learn the CPT codes, and also how to get reimbursed from supplemental private insurance. I did not get reimbursed through medical insurance. But during the process of everything, I was able to identify that they do allow that you get benefits from medical insurance. So what I'll be teaching today is how to bill for medical grade wigs. Also for men that are going through cancer, cranial prosthetics is what they call them. People call them the man weaves, the street name is the man weaves. And so I'll be able to teach you guys the CPT codes, how to get your NPI number, and how to get your cash number. You need those 2 numbers in order to be able to bill and to become a provider with insurance. A cranial prosthetics specialist is someone who actually is a provider that provides medical grade wigs, manufactures for clients who experience hair loss related to numerous of conditions. The conditions include alopecia, trauma, surgery, and autoimmune disease, and also chemo and radiation. So those are the things that will qualify you to be able to build insurance as a cranial prosthetic specialist. Of course, they have to have a prescription from their oncologist, or if they go to a dermatologist, they have to be able to get this prescription from the dermatologist. And then with you having the NPI and the cash number is what's going to be able to have you to be able to build that insurance. Okay. So cranial prosthetics they are not the same as general cosmetic wigs. Because these units are entirely custom, the units are distinctly measured and crafted specifically for your design for your client. Not all cranial prosthetics have to be full unit wigs. They have some out here to where they can be partial wigs, they can be toppers, you can also have, for example, if you have a braider, now they have it to where you just got the actual lace units. Let me show y'all. This unit right here, I can tell y'all, I'm gonna pass it around, be careful because when you touch the silver, it kind of comes off. This unit right here is actually a unit to where they did interlocking on this. So it came with just the little twisty pieces. You can also find units like that to where they actually can braid the hair in. And if you can find somebody that would do units like that, you can partner with them. And they can, you can add that fee into that bill, and you can pay them through billing the insurance. In acute regions of their hair, they may have partial cranial prosthetics, may be more appropriate in this case. The partial prosthetics unit is designed to cover a portion of the head. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I have not billed or anything personally for somebody else, but for myself personally, I've had wigs made. That's how I learned how to get the prescriptions and how to get the invoices from the doctor, to be able to bill and send them back to insurance. The way that I had to do it, I had to get the information from the doctor. Every week I had chemo. So I was able to get allowed $1,000 for my benefits for the whole time that I, had the cancer. And so if I was to get a new diagnosis here soon, my benefits start over. So I was able to choose. I went through one of my friends who was selling bundles, and she also made wigs. So once she got her invoice done, meaning like she only could charge for the wig. You cannot charge for color, cut, style. You just have to put on there, it's called a super bill. So you just have to put on there the CPT codes, what the wig was for, along with the prescription, and then send the actual bill to the insurance. So I would get the bundles from her. I would let her make the wig, and then I had to create the invoice because she really didn't do invoices. She was just a stylist, and she didn't know how to do that. But she learned something in the process just as well as I did. So, but like I said, that was through supplemental insurance. It wasn't through medical insurance. I don't think even back then, medical was doing cranial prosthetics. And now that it's growing, it's a growing community. I believe now that they're gonna start doing, I think they already have eyebrows and lashes for people that are you trichologists. So how are they doing it?
I haven't, I with mine, I don't do insurance.
Okay.
Yeah, all of my clients pay out of pocket.
Okay. And is that a choice, or is that just how trichology is?
No, it's a choice.
Okay.
Because you can get it done through insurance, but I just haven't taken it that far.
Okay. How do you get your clientele? Like, how do you market and network?
So my entire clientele on my trichologist side and on the cosmetologist side, they both, my entire clientele is word of mouth.
Okay.
Because with social media and all of that stuff, even with paying somebody to market me on social media, I never got clients from any of that. So my entire clientele has always been word of mouth.
That's good to know.
Yeah, because what I found when it comes to social media, when it comes to the hair loss side of it, that's not where your demographics is. Because you're focusing more on older clients, or like you said, clients that has alopecia or just, different things like that. And 9 times out of 10, you don't see a lot of people on social media that just want to talk about that. So they would, if you have a website, and I'm learning that as I'm going along, you will get more people from a website than you would on social media.
Right.
Because everybody on social media, they just, it's these youngsters just want to wear wigs and all that stuff. They don't care that their hair coming out. They don't care that they have bald spots. They rather just throw a wig on and just cover it up.
They don't even care if they put Gorilla Glue on their face.
All on their hair. They don't.
Yep. So okay, and that's definitely now that part I definitely know this to be true, because I realized here in the recent past year or so of me doing a lot of research, I've connected to the alopecia community, the Alopecia Foundation. You connect with those different foundations, and you connect with another good thing for word of mouth is the social workers at the hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to get in. I'm gonna eventually get in to do wigs for kids.
Mm-hmm.
And people like that, I mean, I shared my whole journey online. I was very open and transparent, but everybody's not me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know that I would have to go to different actual hospitals and things like that in order to be able to actually, probably gain more clientele or whatever, because I'm gonna get out there and try to do some hair one day, y'all. But I really did this because I wanted to open a school and do what I'm doing now. Like, I'm not a gatekeeper. It wasn't enough people out there when I had cancer. It wasn't enough people out here to actually say, okay, this is what you do. Go here, go there, let me hold your hand, let me walk. Because that's a scary thing when you get diagnosed and you like, okay, what am I gonna do next? Where I'm gonna go? You're losing your job. You're losing part of you inside of you. You're thinking about you losing your mind. You want somebody to be able to go with you step by step of the way, or if you can't take me step by step of the way, give me the answers. Right? You know what I'm saying? So, but I thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. So, yeah, that's where that the alopecia totalis or alopecia universalis. If my dad was here, y'all would see he has they call it the George Jefferson.
Yeah,
or whatever.
We do.
Huh?
That's a yeah, we do.
They call it the George Jefferson. So that will be the alopecia universalis, because it's in the middle.
I have a
Wait,
question.
let me see that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So when it comes to traction alopecia is usually caused by tight braids, like we were talking about, the lace fronts, the glue taking it out, all of those different things. When it comes to the insurance companies, do they require you to try to grow it back first? Because 9 times out of 10, with traction alopecia, if you stop doing what you were doing to take it out, it will come back on its own. So, do they require you to actually try to get the hair back before they will pay for you to, to have a wig? Because traction alopecia is usually
Right,
the edges, or just around the front, so that really don't require a unit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right, and that's a good question. David, if you could write that question down for me, please, so because I will be calling insurance.
Yeah.
This
Because
week.
that would even be with how he was asking about the like the George Jefferson. That's actually angiogenetic alopecia.
Right.
And it's because it's genetics. So 9 times out of 10 you have other people in your family that has it. And
So it's right here with that hairline.
yeah. Yeah, so actually it starts in the middle and it gradually
Circles.
moves. Yeah, circles and it moves up.
Because all of my
even-
family have it.
Yeah, because even women, they have it too. So that another thing, because even like my husband, he's bald now because he just got tired of doing treatments. But your hair can actually come back from that. I mean, even from like telogen effluvium, meaning that the hair comes out from medication. You have, it's nothing to walk up to an African American person and ask them, do they have high blood pressure? 9 times out of 10 they do.
And then high blood pressure.
And the high blood pressure doesn't take your hair out.
Mhm.
But there are treatments that you can do, like for me as a trichologist, that I can do that will keep them with their hair on their head. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's, I'm asking a question because it's like with medications, some medications, your insurance is not gonna approve certain medications. They're gonna tell you, try this, try this, try this, try that. So will it be the same thing with this?
And I'm pretty sure because with it being so brand new, with coming out with trying to, and they know that people be trying to get wigs and things like that. I feel like they're gonna question, or whatever. For me, it was different because of the cancer. Like, I knew after $1,000, they was not gonna do anything. And insurance is we already know how they are. They're very picky. They're gonna question and things like that. So I feel like with the traction alopecia, and like I said, I'm gonna be calling to find out because I haven't gotten that far. I'm gonna go off of the experience that I've had in the classes that I've taken, or whatever. But those definitely are some questions that I will find out
About pre-authorization.
Now, cause I'll be ready to show Taco meat now from the chair. Shoot.
Yeah, man.
real good.
And this was your first time doing
It was my first time putting it to work.
it? Oh yeah, you did a really good job.
Thank you. I am the Barbie Effect, June Williams, Barbie Effect on Instagram. I just completed my first cranial prosthetic hair class to teach you how to build insurance for wigs and cranial prosthetics, which is the street name is man weaves. So the next class that we are preparing for is in May. I don't have the exact date yet, but once I figure it out, you will be able to go to the Barbie Effect _ on Instagram and on TikTok. Instagram is at the Barbie Effect _ and TikTok is at the Barbie Effect.